Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy ChronicTurbo. Here we are with another video. Today we have the 2023 Nissan Armada Platinum trim. I'm sorry for the wind today, guys. Like, it is terrible. It's really bad out here today. You know, that winter storm that's going through. I'm in Central Florida, out here in Haines City, open fields, farmland. So, you know, the wind is absolutely horrendous. But this vehicle right here, I think Nissan has done a great redesign. You know, they kept the body style in a sense. So they stayed true to what the Armada has always looked like while making some nice touches. So now you have the LED tail lamps as well. Nice and big and bold Armada insignia. This is the platinum trim, like I said earlier. And then the updated Nissan logo as well. This is nice rear end. I mean, it's always looked the same, just a few updates here and there. And because this is the platinum trim, you do have gloss black on the door handles as well. And you do have these nice and big wheels right here. Towing capacity on this vehicle is 8,500 pounds. For the engine, you're talking about 400 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque. It is a 5.6 liter V8, which is what Armadas are known for. Gas mileage is bad, let's be honest. 13 in the city, 18 on the highway. It's for 15 mpg combined. We're talking about muscle car numbers from a family SUV. Now, I know a lot of SUVs have done away with the V8 for that very reason. They've gone with like turbo V6s. So it is nice that Nissan is staying tried and true with the V8. But as expected with something that's a naturally aspirated and as powerful as a V8, it is a little bit thirsty. You do have the LED lights right here. They actually look really good. I like the design that they have on them as well. It's a Nissan logo with your front camera on it as well. Do have gloss black on the grill. The one thing I can say I don't like about having gloss black on the grill is when rocks hit it, you're going to get all those scrapes and scratches. So you definitely want to protect that. That is a must. You have chrome on the mirror caps with gloss black underneath. You have a sensor under here as well, because this does have that surround view monitor system for the camera. Overall, vehicle looks really nice on the outside. We're talking about 208.9 inches long, 79.9 inches wide. Comes in weight-wise at about 6,034 pounds. The rims on this is 22 inches. Aluminum alloy wheels. This is like a black, well, I would say like a dark gray. I don't know the exact term for a dark gray aluminum alloy wheels. It look very nice too. You do have some venting right here as well. That's pretty much it for the outside. Like I said, this style has been around for a while now, and I still think it looks good. Even though it's a bit long in the tooth, it still looks good. It aged pretty well. Look at the roof line. I mean, that's just my opinion. My mom used to own one of these, so naturally, I'm a little bit biased towards it. I grew up with one. Granted, it was the older model, but still, Armadas have always been a part of my life, at least for the last 20 so years. Now, let's go ahead and take a look inside the vehicle. Let me go ahead and get up front. No cut needed. Very easy step in. Nice solid door. Very spacious interior. And you can just touch around and just feel, you know, you do have like a leather or leatherette material up here. It's not super soft, but it does feel nice and smooth to the touch. A lot softer here. Steering wheel is nice. Feels very good in your hands. Big and bold Nissan logo. They did redesign it. So it has like white outlines on it, and it looks like it's illuminated, but it's not. That's just the design that they have. There's no lights in here whatsoever. Same thing on the outside. And it's actually pretty cool how it works. When you see it in person, you're like, oh man, it lights up. It's not lit up. Armada logo going across the dash. You do have like a wood grain finish in here as well. Cup holders, not large. For this class of vehicles, I expect to have larger cup holders. but it's okay. I mean, it's an Armada, you know, more budget oriented when it comes to like full size vehicles. It's not as expensive as something like a Suburban or a Tahoe, which can easily run into the $80,000 range. Armadas, you could come out pretty good paying around 60, maybe 70 at the most, and that's like fully loaded like this one. And of course, you have your drive mode selector. You have snow, traction control off. You got your tow mode right here. You do have physical buttons for the climate control, which is nice. And you have this nice big touch screen right here as well. You do have a digital gauge cluster, and you have a physical analog tachometer and speedometer. So that's really nice. I always like the good mixture of that. You have heated seats and cooled seats, 3 stages for both the passenger and the driver. Of course, the driver. You have memory seating right here as well. Really nice materials on the door. You do have that brown leather going across. Like I said, it's going across the dashboard. And really nice leather. It's soft. It's not super soft to the point where you could rest your arm there all day, but it would be comfortable enough that if you had to lean on it a little bit, it wouldn't be too unpleasant. So I'll give them points for that. This is hard touch plastic down here. But like I said, this is not Infiniti. This is not the luxury brand. So Nissan gets a pass on that. Steering wheel controls, you do have your volume. You can skip and go back on your tracks. You can flip through your menus, so on and so forth. Cruise control, your radar detection, everything. You do have your parking brake down there. You do have access to your camera. You press this right here, and it brings up your camera system. And like I said, you have that surround view camera. You do have a backup camera. Pretty decent quality with guidance lines that do turn as you turn as well, which is actually pretty good. A lot of companies are starting to skimp out on that. They're making solid lines, which is actually really done to me. These heated seats feel amazing. I got it on full blast. Like I said, it is cold out there. So that's really nice. And then this is right here, your controls for your tow hitch as well. Now let's look at some of your storage space. You do have a nice and deep amount of storage, actually. It's actually pretty cool. And have your little coin holder. Let me see what type of connections you have in here. You do have a switch, a power switch in there. So that's actually pretty cool. I already showed you the glove compartment. It's not lined with felt, but it is damped. So that's good enough. I'm not going to ask for too much. That wood grain trim that's running across the dash does look pretty nice. And like I said, the vehicle is a little bit long in the tooth, but it still looks good for what it is. Not a big sunroof, but like I said, who cares about the passengers, right? It's for you. So that is pretty nice. I do wish it had a black headliner. That adds that extra pop when you have a black headliner in the vehicle. It kind of makes it seem a little bit more luxurious. That's just if you ask me. I don't know how you may feel about it. But let's go ahead and hop in the back seat. I'm going to have to leave the warmth of this seat right here. Oh, it feels so amazing. All right. This is the back seat of the Armada. You do have small entertainment screens back here as well for the driver and the passenger. So whoever's sitting behind you, they'll be able to watch movies or, hook up whatever they want to hook up. You got an HDMI port right there. This is the last row. I'm dreading this part. I'm going to go ahead and climb in for you guys. Okay, now that I'm back here, it's not terrible, but I can't sit directly behind the seat. I'm pretty sure I can if I move the seat up a little bit. But as you can see, my knees do touch the seat. And I'm sitting kind of wide because I man spread a lot. I like to sit comfortable. I'm a guy at the end of the day. Can't just have my kahunas just squish like that, Got to keep them legs open. A small child could sit next to me, like my son. If I had a son, or like my nephew, I got nephews. So that's actually pretty cool. Headroom is not too crazy. Like I said, I'm 6'1", but it'll get the job done if I had to get back here in a pinch. But if you were to put me back here, you honestly don't like me, to be honest. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get into the second row, and I think there's plenty of space up there. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what that's like. Just wait a second while I get out. Okay, we are in the second row. I almost died, literally trying to get out that back seat. The vehicle's just been detailed. I'm not the one that detailed it, but somebody used wax on the door sill, and bro, I almost slipped and bust my ass. I ain't even gonna lie. But here's your rear controls. Very dated looking, but you do have heated seats for the rear as well, which is actually really good. You know, high, low, only 2 stages. And as for these controls, I mean, you can control the fan speed, the temperature. I'm guessing that's pretty much all you need. You can open the center console from the rear as well, which is actually pretty cool. And you can get access to what's inside. So if you hide your snacks in there, just know your kids can still reach in and grab them while you're driving. And you have a rear center console as well with your headphones inside for your entertainment centers. And it's actually a really good amount of storage. Like, this is really nice, honestly. You have some more storage in here that you can have access to. Decent sized cup holder. It's crazy that your cup holders for the rear are larger than the ones for the front. Like, Nissan, what were you thinking, honestly? What were you honestly thinking? Why are you taking better care of the passengers? But I digress. Nice wood grain back here. I'm not sure if it's real. I mean, who cares? It looks good. You have your speaker grill in here as well. Does look nice. Door material is the same back here. You have the brown leather here. The soft black leather here with the brown stitching. Hard plastic down here. No nice grill cover. I really wish they did something with the grill covers on the doors. That would have added that extra pop. But like I said, this is not an Infiniti, so I guess that's why they did it. But plenty of space. The seat is in the same position. I didn't adjust it from when I sat in the last row. So I'm comfortable. Leg room. Headroom. Plenty of it. 6'1". I'm sitting straight up right now. That's actually pretty good. You do have venting right here on the side. Compared to the Nissan Armada that my mother had back in 2008, I do like that the vents are here now, because when they were in the middle, the minute that centerpiece gets damaged, the vents no longer work. So it is cool that they're off to the side now. So that's a plus for me. It may not look the best or look as cool as having the little circles in the roof like the older Armadas, but it does have some functionality to it, and I will give Nissan their kudos for that. And I can't get over this screen, like I said. Miles better than what Nissan was putting out 10 years ago when it comes to Armada. Miles better. Still has room for improvement, as with anything, especially Nissan at the moment, but they get points for me when it comes to the Armada. I think they did really good, honestly. See, almost slipped again. That's all greasy right there, man. They tripping. I don't even know why they did that. But let's go ahead. Let's pop the hood. I mean, pop the hood. I'm talking about pop the hood. Pop the trunk. Let's go ahead and pop the trunk open. Let me show you what type of space you're getting back here. Typical amount of space is you expect from a vehicle like this. This is not an extra long wheels-based SUV like a Suburban or, an Expedition Max. So you did get standard amount of space. But like I said, it's good enough. It gets the job done. And you can always fold down the seats for extra space. You just press these buttons right here on the side. It goes down nice and slow. Same thing for this one. I don't know why it didn't react the first time when I pressed the button, but that was weird. And I forgot to mention you do have cup holders for the rear, and they're also larger than the ones that's up front. So help me God, Nissan, please explain to me what's going on with that. But as you can see, with the seats folded down, you do have plenty of space. It is class competitive. It's not class leading by far, but it is class competitive, so I'll give them that. Let's go ahead and close this up. You just press this button right here, and it, boom, closes right up. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you that V8 engine. I'm going to pop the hood for you, but first, I'm going to let you listen to it. All right, here we are at the front. Engine bay looks nice and clean. It's actually pleasant to look at, honestly. And this is not the type of vehicle that you would spend much time under the hood, unless you're that type of person. But honestly, I'm not too upset with what you're dealing with. Like I said, 400 horsepower, 7-speed automatic transmission, 413 pound-feet of torque. It does put down some pretty good numbers. I'm not going to get into 0 to 60 because it's not that type of car. It does seat 7 to 8 passengers. It's not a performance vehicle, but it's nice. All right, let's head back inside because it is cold out here. Can't get over this 12.3-inch screen. Wish I had something like this growing up. This would, if you'd have told me Nissan would come out something like this later on, like 10 years, I wouldn't believe you. So this is actually pretty cool that they did this for the Armada. But let me know what you guys think. I gotta go home. I'm tired. I've been here all day. I love you guys. Please like, comment, and sub for more, or follow, depending on where you're seeing this, because I do post on TikTok as well. All right, peace.